Hello everybody, my name is Blackblade and welcome back to vlog part 2 of our Reaper's Pursuit farming build. Now we did progress a lot since the last vlog entry. As you can see here, I did get some more axe damage and accuracy over here to end up with Hatchet Master for some 20% increase physical damage with axes and 5% increase attack speed with axes. Now I also did get the cleaving over here for some 30% increased physical damage with axes, passing through a 12% physical damage with axes over here, and damage and attack speed for axes over here. 6% for the damage for the axes, and 2% attack speed with axes. I did get the unwavering stance over here because I really don't want to get stunned. And of course, I did get some more life and armor nodes over here. Although they're only 6%, they're really the closest life nodes that I could get. Of course, I did get the two-handed and stun duration over there, ending with the destroyer for some 15% increased physical damage with two-handed weapons, and passing through two-handed weapon damage and life. As you can see, 10% damage to our two-handed weapons over there, and plus 6% increase in our maximum life, and also two-handed weapon damage and life over here for some 12% increase physical damage with two-handed weapons, and plus 4% increase maximum life. Now the last node is really entirely up to you if you want to take it, but for me, I did take it because I'm really struggling with increasing the DPS of my double strike. So I really want to get that to at least 3,500 or maybe to 4K. So that's why I'm trying to get as much damage node as I can. Of course, I did pass through over here to the to the Marauder skill tree to get some more life nodes, and of course some plastic over there, and the diamond skin for some all resist and some additional maximum fire, cold, and lightning resistance. Now I did get some more fire resistance and some more cold resistance over here, simply because I'm struggling with my gear, with my current gear right now. But when I get if I do get to level 68 and get this armor, I may be able to reallocate some skill points over there. I am going to get the additional lightning resistance over here to increase our maximum lightning resistance by 1, and of course adding plus 8 to our lightning resistance. And maybe I'd probably get the other lightning resistance node over here so that I could have some versatility when it comes to my rings and my amulets. Because I really want to decide, or I'm really kind of thinking into adding some damage into my rings with some life and probably some resistances. Alright, and if you are of course lacking some some life leech, of course there's the blood drinker over here, just a couple of nodes from from the fire node over here, and of course there are some more endurance charges over there which I may take. I'm not exactly sure, it really depends on how far that I will be playing this build. Of course, there are some more life and armor nodes over here. If you guys are lacking some more life and armor, and of course there's some more 6% increased life over here, plus a 12% increase in our armor, only one node away. For my next succeeding levels, I do plan on getting the hard knocks finally, in order to increase the the item rarity, because I've been stuck here for a while and I'm only lacking a couple of intelligence nodes. So I will take that one, and then I'm gonna take the route going up here, taking of course berserking for some more increased attack speed, therefore increasing our DPS. And I may go over here to take the sentinel for some 10% increase to all of our resistances. The reason that I'm thinking of taking that one is because I really want some versatility when it comes to my gear, taking some damage nodes. What I mean is taking some damage attributes instead of the usual life and resist. So that's about it when it comes to our plan. Of course, there's some more attack speed over here in order for us to boost our overall DPS. Some more attack speed over here, and there is of course some more melee damage over here. This is a really the duelist is really powerful. Has really one of the most powerful skill nodes. That's why I really chose him. Of course. Alternatively, you can also go with a marauder and taking some life, or either taking some melee damage over here. It really depends entirely up to you on your play style and on whatever gear that you have. So that's about it, I guess, when it comes to our skill tree. Let's get into our gear now. For our weapon, of course, we are going to use the Reaper's Pursuit for the increased items rarity found, the movement speed when we are on our full life, and of course the Culling Strike and the hits can be evaded. A really good axe. The only downside is the base damage is really low, so we have to compensate for the very low DPS damage that we have over there. For my helm, life, increased rarity of items found, and 2 resistances. For my amulet, I'm using a life and then 2 resistances as usual. For my ring, for my first ring, I'm using a life and 2 resistances. I really want to change this one into probably adding some physical damage over there. That's why I'm going to take as much resistance nodes as I can on the skill tree. For my armor, this is not my final armor. This will be my final armor when I get to level 68. As you can see, 85 life, really huge. 2 resistances, fire and lightning, which has also a very huge role. And I don't really care about the reflect damage over there. But also one of the key parts in this armor is that it is 6 linked. So what's going to be attached there to my double strike is of course melee splash, multi strike, item rarity, melee damage, and item quantity. In order for the for our farming to be more efficient, item quantity will surely help a lot. I will remove the faster attacks, and I'll probably just put that in my leap slam skill. Alright, so that's about it for my other ring, life and then 2 resistances. For my gloves, I'm using this one simply because I don't have any life leech and mana leech. Plus, it also gives a huge dexterity point over there, as you can see, plus 50 to our dex, 5 to our attack speed, 5% to our attack speed, 3% life leech, and 2% mana leech. So this is a really good gloves for me. But if you could find a better gloves, something like this. By the way, I would like to thank our subscriber Bugs Bunny for donating me this really good piece of gloves over here. I can't use this all the time simply because that I really need the life leech and the mana leech. But what I do with this is I switch it every time the a boss dies. I switch this one so that I could get the plus 40% increased rarity items found, and of course the plus 15 to all elemental resistance is good. Huge armor and evasion, but it does suffer. We do suffer from 5% reduced movement speed, which is okay. I only use this one for a switch. But if you have a really good life and mana management and you don't really need this one, I suggest that you guys get this. 40% increased rarity items, man. It's really it's a really good glove. Again, thank you Bugs Bunny for donating this to me. Of course, this is our belt, huge life pool and 2 resistances, and for our boots, of course, life and then 2 resistances plus movement speed. If you can put some item rarity find on your gear, go ahead and do so. But don't forget, of course, it needs to have life, at least 2 resistances if you can get, or at least 1 resistances if you can get it, and then add some rarity. It will really help in your farming, it will really help in your overall farming build. Alright, so let's go to our stats here real quick. The damage of our dual strike is 2,853, which is kinda okay, and we are doing as far as our resistances goes, we are not doing so well with fire resistance. But then again, once I get to level 68, I believe that will be maxed out. So that's about it, I guess. The chaos resistance is really bad. Our armor is at 31% physical damage reduction. As far as skill gems is concerned, I'm using Molten Shell over here with Enduring Cry, cast when damage taken, and of course enhance. For my other skill gems, I'm using Leap Slam, faster attacks, increased duration with Immortal Call. For my other skill gems, I'm using a Portal, reduced mana, of course, Empower, and of course Grace for our armor. for my other CWDT, I'm using vulnerability and increased area of effect for my that's of course for my curses, and I have a CWDT there, you know, just another CWDT there just for leveling purposes. I really want to level it, you know, max it out, and then probably, you know, use that instead, and just use, you know, high level molten shell and high level enduring cry. Okay, so that's about it, I guess. So let's get into some gameplay. So I've been progressing quite well, and the damage that we are doing is already quite significant. You know, we are mowing down good what do you call this? We are already mowing down monsters at a fairly good rate, as you can see here. Yeah, so it is really good. Oh, and I forgot to mention my you call this our increase of rarity items found is already at 101%. But if we add I don't know if the item rarity is already added there. Let's try to remove that. Alright, so the item rarity is already added there. Yeah, we already have a total of 101%. But if we switch the gloves, you know, just before we get the kill, you know, we get 141 you know, 141 items rarity found, which is really good. Alright, so let's get into what do you call this, some more gameplay over here, and probably get into some good into a really good pack over here, or a really good elite pack. Hold on, let's just look for some elite packs. So yeah, as far as you know, finding good items, I've found at least 3 unique items, although they are trash items, but at least there are 3. I've found a couple of chaos orbs, which I already used to reroll that armor. I'm glad that it rerolled a high life and 2 resistances, although I was kind of hoping that it could have rolled, you know, some more armor probably, or probably a trifecta of resistances, but that's, you know, that's really hard to attain when you're rerolling an item. Hold on, okay, I'm taking too much time here. Let's look for some. Okay, there's a monster. There's a unique boss over there. Let's no, not a unique boss. An elite boss. Alright, an elite boss over here with a couple of blue monsters. So we are holding quite well. Alright, he's already dead. Let's just kill all of these blue monsters over here. Yeah, so the build is holding quite well. The only problem is, you know, the damage. You know, once we increase that DPS up to at least 3,500 or probably even more, I bet the build will do absolutely fantastic. Okay, so that's about it for this episode, guys. So thank you so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed the content, please like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I'm gonna see you guys on the next part of my video. Have a good one. Basically, because of the brand new skill gems that came out, and I'm really interested into seeing how I could build, you know, the character based on those skill gems. Also, another skill gem is another